And welcome back here to the Roundhouse in Marshalltown, and we are underway as Marshalltown and Ames High is ready to do battle here. In fact, the Little Cyclones out on the floor wearing their away orange uniforms with white numbers trimmed in black. Marshalltown wearing their home whites with red. Bobcats have the ball. Fonja on the block, left side, turnaround jumper in the lane, not there. Rebound taken down by Austin Arnaud. We'll get you the lineups here in a moment. Little Cyclones down the floor, right to the left. Here's David Muey. He'll spot up baseline runner, not there from 17. Fonja clears out the rebound for the Bobcats, and they'll wheel it ahead with Matt Taylor at the point. Check that, make it Andrew Pashong. He'll come to Taylor on the right corner. He'll dribble up to the wing with the left hand, spots up left elbow, gives it up to Fonja at the foul line. He'll spot up 16-foot jump shot is good. Fonja draining a big 16-footer about straight up with the top of the key. And Marshalltown has an early 2-0 lead with 7:10 left to go here in the opening period. Here's Arnaud at the foul line, takes a dribble, guarded by Fonja, back out to Cadis. He'll work baseline right side, cut off on the baseline. Now we'll bounce it out to Marsden. Ames High will play it around the perimeter. Bobcats stick with a tight man-to-man defense. Again, a near-capacity crowd here at the Roundhouse tonight. Close to 6,000 fans have flocked here this evening. Here's Arnaud, back to Cadis, baseline jump shot up, partially deflected away, and the rebound comes down to Fonja. 2-0, Bobcats with the lead in the ball, back down the floor, left to the right. Pashong will have it near side wing, gives it up to the corner as he works it off to Danielson. He'll drive in with the left hand, he's cut off. Pashong passes it for Janja. Right block, working his way, spinning jump shot, left and short. Might have been partially deflected away by Ross Marsden, the Iowa State recruit. So the Cyclones will have it back, front court left side with Ryan Cadis. They get it into Marsden, backing up towards the basket. Pump fakes, goes up strong, can't get it to fall. Rebound tipped around, and it comes down to Pashong. 3-on-2 opportunity. Pashong left, Danielson right hand layup, no good, but he's fouled by James Tays, and that will put Marshalltown at the line with John Danielson.
Looks like Marshalltown's speed is coming into play here a little bit. They're not really hesitating at all to get down the court and get off the early shots.
Really, for close to 12 years, longtime coach in the Iowa high school ranks. The first free throw by Danielson is up and good, and Marshalltown has a 3-0 lead, and that's been the series history here in Marshalltown. Bobcats jumping out on Ames High. Little Cyclones trying to fight their way back. Next free throw by Danielson, rattles in and out. Still a 3-0 ball game with 6 minutes left to play in the opening 8 minutes here at the Roundhouse in Marshalltown tonight as we're bringing you this Iowa Conference matchup. Here's Tays, top of the circle. He'll spin it off left to Muey. Marshalltown again sticking with the man-to-man defense. They get it to Marsden. His layup not there after he pumped it up from the left block. Rebound tipped out. Cadis has it. Caught up in the right high post. He'll dish it left as he gets it to Marsden. Back to Muey to Tays to reset to Cadis on the right side wing. Now to Marsden. Foul line. He'll spot up, takes the jumper. Can't hit it. Rebound underneath comes to Danielson. And the Bobcats are back in the front court. Here's a running jumper by Matt Taylor. It's up, no good. Rebound, Danielson. His follow-up is there, right in the center of the lane. A little 4-foot jumper by John Danielson, and it's a 5-0 Marshalltown lead.
That's the guy Ames High is really going to have to look out for is John Danielson. His last 3 games he's been averaging around 21 points a game and really stepping it up.
There's nothing that Marshalltown wants more than to beat Ames High, and right now they've got a 5-0 lead with 5 minutes to play in the first period. Here's Arnaud, down low, hard move with the right hand. He lays it up and in for 2, and Ames High gets their first bucket. Little Cyclones just shooting 25% from the field, 1 out of their first 4 tries. Gets it to go through. 5-2, Bobcats with the lead on the ball. Here's Pashong posting up on Cadis. He'll work baseline right side, bounces it left quarter. Danielson for 3, off the mark. Rebound weak side comes down to Ryan Cadis of Ames High, and the Little Cyclones will chug it ahead down the floor, left or right to the left. Here's Marsden, top of the circle. We'll give it up to Cadis, left side wing. Now to Tays. Puts it on the floor as he crosses over. Now we'll reset the offense to Muey. Passes it to the right wing. Now to Arnaud at the foul line. Back to Tays for 3. It's up off the mark. Rebound to Muey in the lane. He'll fire one up left and short. Rebound tipped out, and it will belong to Ames High.
Ames High is just having a little bit of trouble, it looks like, adjusting to the rims and the whole atmosphere here at the Roundhouse. Although there is a huge crowd here, there aren't many Ames people here. I'm a little surprised by that.
A lot of Bobcat fans here. Maybe they got turned away at the ticket office. Who knows? Muey will look to get it in. Does to Arnaud. Now to Marsden. Center of the lane. About 15 feet away. Works his way there with the right hand. Can't get it from the left side. Rebound tipped up. And the rebound comes down to Andrew Pashong. With the right hand on the dribble, he'll bring it ahead into the front court. Now looks to penetrate, caught up in traffic, forces the shot, but he draws contact as he missed it and will go to the line to shoot two. The foul will be on Ross Marsden, his first. Team foul number 2 against Ames High. 5-2 your score, 3:53 left to go in the opening period.
Sean has really been the hero for Marshalltown the last 2 games. He's hit game winners both times and to take out number 7, Cedar Rapids. Or Cedar Falls, excuse me.
Yeah, they've been a ranking killer for teams already this year. We mentioned the 8-3 record, but a couple of those losses came when a lot of guys were suspended.
You could almost say those losses are probably a little tainted and it's probably going through their minds right now.
Pashong makes the first free throw and he'll can the second. It's a 7-2 Bobcat lead. 3:51 to go in the opening period. Little Cyclones breaking the full court pressures. Eric Bunker and Jordan Gilmore into the contest. They're joined by Marsden, Arnaud, and Cadis out on the floor. Gilmore will be at the point. Bobcats now go to a 2-3 zone with James Tays, the zone buster, on the bench. Here's Cadis for 3 right wing. It's up off the mark. Rebound. Fought for it. It comes down to Pashong of Marshalltown. Here come the Bobcats front court right side. It's Taylor to Fanja. Foul line. Jumper on the way is up. Not there. Rebound to Cadis, and he's fouled as Danielson's called for going up over the back of Ryan Cadis. That's the first team foul against Marshalltown. Still a 5-point ball game. Little Cyclone shooting cold from the field. Just 1 of their first 6 shots.
Marsden's been getting some good looks down low. It just looks like he can't finish tonight so far, but I'm sure that'll change.
2-2-1 full court pressure by Marshalltown. Ames High will break the press as they get it in the front court. Arnaud will have it right side, dumps it right block. Marsden caught up in traffic, and there he's going to be called for a travel. He drew a triple team. Ross wanted to put the ball on the floor. He did not.
Well, at least he made the shot. It's always the first one's the toughest, even though it doesn't count.
Yeah, first turnover of the ball game committed by Ames High. 3 minutes now left to go in the first 8 minutes. Now Marshalltown has it deflected away right in front of the Ames High bench as Eric Bunker swatted that ball away as Pashong was working the far sideline. This will be Mike Duncan to inbound it. He'll get it into the near sideline. Danielson left corner, back to Duncan, reverse it up to Pashong near the center ring to reset. Way out front, 2:50 to play, opening period. Bobcats up by 5. Pashong will drive in to the foul line, running a right-hand jump shot. Knocked there, rebound to Arnaud. And here come the Little Cyclones. Gilmore at the point, right hand on the dribbles, will bring it ahead to Arnaud. Top of the circle, down low, Marsden, and he loses it off of his fingertips out of bounds. Ross not having a great night.
No, this is definitely not starting out the way Ames really wants it to start out, obviously. Coming in here and coming from behind is going to be tough.
Big-time matchup in the Iowa Conference tonight. Both teams at 4-0. Marshalltown has been the Achilles heel for Ames High, knocking them out of the postseason 5 out of the last 6 years. Here's Pashong. He'll go to Danielson to Fanja. Left block, layup, not there. Rebound tipped around, and it's going to be controlled by Taylor. To Pashong, the corner for 3. Not there from the left side, and Fanja will deflect the rebound out of bounds, and Ames High will get it back. With 2:07 left to go in the opening period, still 7-2. Marshalltown in favor of Ames High. And Trey, it's not as if Marshalltown has been lighting it up from the field either.
No, I'm just waiting for one of these two teams to start hitting their shots, and obviously it's going to come sooner or later. They're just working out the kinks tonight. All the kids are hyped up with the big Highway 30 rivalry. So once they get that out of there, I think we're gonna see quite a few points tonight.
And you can tell that it is a rivalry because every shot is contested. Here's Nick Litwiller at the foul line. He'll fire a 15-footer. Can't get it to fall. Rebound to Fanja. And here come the Bobcats. The big guy going to bring it up the floor, listed at 6'7". He is a senior. Transferred from, I believe, the Dominican Republic. They go inside. Here's Danielson, right block. Jump shot on the way is up and good. John Danielson with his second field goal of the game, and it's a 7-point Marshalltown lead with 90 seconds left to go here in the opening period. Ames working against the man-to-man defense. Cadis will have it left wing. Now to Arnaud. He'll spot up. Takes a 17-footer. Can't get the jump shot to fall. And the rebound to Pashong. Ames High is settling for those long jump shots. And they're coming up empty. Here's Fanja. Right baseline looking to spin. Working on Arnaud. He'll bounce it to the middle. Here's Taylor. Left block. Running layup. Can't get the flippin' sweet shot to go down as he rolled it too hard with the fingertips. And the rebound comes down to Ames High. We're inside of a minute to go in the opening period. They go to Litwiller, left block, back to Gilmore to Cadis on the left wing. He'll drive into the right hand, in the lane, running the layup. Good by Ryan Cadis as he cut right through the defense to put it up and in, and Ames High gets their 4th point of the period. And now an official's timeout with 44 seconds left to go. And the Bobcats going to their bench for the first time. Checking in is Nathan Minkle.
That was actually Ames' first real good drive to the hoop right there, uncontested. Nice little bucket there for Ames.
9-4 your score in favor of Marshalltown. Bobcats getting 5 big points out of John Danielson. Marshalltown might hold for one here. Minkle will give it up to Danielson at the head of the circle. Will take a couple of dribbles and hand it right off to Duncan. To Danielson, work it left side. Pashong against Cadis. Pashong works at baseline left side. Now bounce pass to the right, and there is Pashong stepping out of bounds. So Marshalltown will turn it over for the first time in the period. And Ames High will get it back, and somebody might want to hold for one here with 24 seconds to go in the opening period. Still a very close ball game. A 5-point contest at 9-4. Figured it'd probably be a defensive battle here tonight, and it certainly has been one. Each team getting after it. Austin Arnaud will have it now right at the head of the circle. He'll look one-on-one, drives to the hoop, goes up, draws contact, can't hit the shot, but it will go to the line to shoot 2. So that's a good drive by Austin Arnaud, realizing that he might be a little quicker than Danielson, as Ames High cleared out and allowed Arnaud to drive. Well, they're going to call that foul on the floor, so Ames High will play it in with 8.4 seconds to go in the period. Baseline left side underneath the hoop. Gilmore will look to get it in. Holds it above his head, now is looking and is going to finally get it into James Tays. Ames High will have to hurry. He's double teamed. Gilmore having the corner. Turnaround jump shot is up, no good. And that was a forced shot, and with 1.6 seconds, the ball went out of bounds. Last touch by Marshalltown. And Ames High will play it in again with 1.6 seconds to go in the period. Down by 5. Gilmore again, baseline right side. Slaps it, gets it into Arnaud. Layup not there as he missed a bunny. And that will be the end of the opening period. The Little Cyclones go 2 for their first 10 shots from the field. They're down by 5 after the first 8 minutes. We'll have more of Ames High basketball when we come back. You're listening to it right here on News Talk 1430 KASI. We're back here at the Roundhouse in Marshalltown, getting the second quarter underway. 9-4 your score in favor of the Bobcats, and Marshalltown showing zone already. And that could be a big eye-opener for James Tays. There's a cross-court pass, right corner, Tays for 3. It's up good! A three-pointer buried from the right corner. And Ames High pulls the lead down to 2 as Tays knocks down the triple. He is such a great shooter from the perimeter. Danielson will drive in with the right hand. Kicks it back out. Here's Duncan. Caught up at the foul line to Danielson. Trying to fight his way free. Duncan for 3 right wing. It's up off the mark. Rebound to Ryan Cadis. And Trey, they are playing some pretty good basketball now to start the second period. Really continuing to get after one another.
Definitely, definitely. And this is exactly how Ames High wants to be playing this game. Getting after it, hitting their shots. Obviously, Tays just hit a big 3 to pull within 2. And hopefully we'll be seeing a little swing here.
Here's Tays with it now, right wing. He's quickly covered up. Marshalltown will stick in the 2-3 zone. Here's Cadis for 3. This one's off the mark. Might have forced the shot that time from the left wing. Rebound to Marshalltown. Bobcats will push it ahead. Taylor at the point. Goes left side. Here's a 3-pointer by Brent Apel. He's unable to get it to go down. And the rebound to James Tays. Again, Ames High within 2 at 9-7.
Looks like this half they're just trying to throw up 3s here, trying to get quick points. But
against that 2-3 zone, Marshalltown packing it in. As Litwiller will give it up to Cadis. Now to Tays, top of the circle, a long 3. Got it! A 3-pointer by James Tays from about 5 feet beyond the 3-point circle. And it's now a 10-9 Little Cyclone lead as Ames High is on a 6-0 run. Little Cyclones stick with the man-to-man defense. Here's Danielson, right wing covered up by Marsden. He'll go back outside to Apel. Now he'll bounce it left. Here's Taylor working on Gilmore. He'll look to drive with the left hand, caught up, fadeaway jump shot from the left baseline, not there from 12 feet, and the rebound to Gilmore. Jordan will run it ahead with the left hand on the dribble. He'll give it up to Tays way outside, and now Marshalltown will come out to defend him on the 2-3 zone. I can't believe the Bobcats are sticking with this zone. Here's Gilmore to Tays. To Gilmore, reverse it far right side as they get off to Cadis on the wing. Now back left, Tays to Marsden, high post. Back to Cadis, who worked baseline right, goes up, layup, good off the window for 2. What a drive and finish along the right baseline by Ryan Cadis. And it's a 12-9 Little Cyclone lead. And Ron Gnap wants a timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Boy, the 2-3 zone is definitely hurting Marshalltown, Trey. All right, Ames High going to a 1-3-1 zone as they go with a zone look, but Marshalltown historically has had problems with the 1-3-1. Here's Taylor into the right corner. Ames High, very tall team. Taylor, right corner, takes a dribble up to the wing. Now we'll give it up way outside as he gets it to Nathan Minkle. Minkle will hit Fonja. Back out to Pashong, left wing to Danielson. Foul line, jump shot on the way. Is up good. He drains a 15-footer. Danielson with a wide open look. He's got 7 points so far here in the first half with 4:55 to play. Ames High with a 1-point lead at 12-11. Here's Ryan Cadis will drive. Spots up, 13-foot jump shot. Good from the baseline to the left. Cadis with his 6th point. He had 21 the other night in the victory against Des Moines East.
Ames has already matched as many points as they scored in the first quarter already in the second quarter. So
here's shot on the way by Pashong. He can't get it to go as it goes off the back end of the iron. Rebound to Ames High again with a 3-point lead. 4:28 to go in the first half. Gilmore will have it top of the circle. Now Marshalltown switches to a man-to-man defense. Pashong will guard up on Gilmore. They'll give it up to Cadis, top of the circle. Cadis goes back right corner. Tays, a fadeaway 3 off the mark. Can't make them all, I guess. And the rebound comes down to Fonja. Front court right side. They'll play it to Apple. Now to Fonja, top of the circle. He'll fire up a 3. Can't get it to fall. Rebound tipped around. It's loose, and Marshalltown will come up with it. That's Minkle. He'll fire it up to Danielson, top of the circle. Works it off the left, and we've got a foul on the floor. This one's going to be called against Ames High. That'll be the 3rd team foul called against the Little Cyclones with 3:52 to go in the first half. 14-11, Ames High with a 3-point lead. Pashong will play it in, baseline left underneath the hoop, gets it out to the wing. Now to Fonja, high post, works it in, pump fakes with the right hand and has it stolen away. Jordan Gilmore ahead of the front court, crosses over the dribble, dishes it right, Arnaud layup there. What a great finish on the 2-on-1 fast break, and Ames High now has a 5-point lead at 16-11. Marshalltown will have it front court left side on the wing. Pashong goes to Fonja, left high post. Guarded by Marsden, now back right as he swings it over to Minkle. Back left to Pashong, nearly had it stolen away. Pashong fires up a 15-footer and he gets fouled hard from behind by Ryan Cadis, who will pick up his 2nd personal foul. 4th team foul on Ames High. 3:16 to go in the first half. Ames with their largest lead at 5 at 16-11, but Andrew Pashong at the line trying to trim it down, and he's one of the most prolific scorers, Trey, isn't he, in the Iowa Conference?
Well, that he is. He's actually leading. He's the team leader. He averages 17.5 points a game, and he's a guy that Ames is going to have to shut down here. Him and Danielson both. Danielson, they've been giving him a few good looks, about 15 foot out, and he's going to hit those.
Looks like Fonja's trying to step it up too as well for Marshalltown. Pashong hits back-to-back free throws. He's got 4 points in the game. It's 16-13, Little Cyclones with the lead in the ball. David Mewey back in. Will have the ball right wing. Now gives it up to Arnaud. Foul line underneath. Here's Marsden. Draws contact and is fouled hard by Fonja as he took it strong to the hoop. That's a good entertaining matchups out on the floor tonight, right?
Yeah, you got Fonja down there. You got to give him credit. He's doing a pretty good job shutting down Marsden. Marsden, I don't think has any points yet. And
still doesn't. Misses the front end of the front end of the 2-shot opportunity.
And then you got Fonja, who obviously is a little bigger built than Marsden, and they're just battling down there. It's pretty fun to watch out here.
Next free throw by Marsden is up, and he left it way short. Rebound underneath comes to David Mewey, and Ames High will have it. Arnaud drives in, goes up, 13-foot jump shot, left it way short. Again, might have forced the shot. And here come the Bobcats ahead of the front court. Pashong will give it off to Danielson. Back to Pashong, works baseline left. Caught up in traffic, dishes it back to Taylor. He'll drive it in and has it stolen away by David Mewey. Here come the Little Cyclones. Again with a 3-point lead, 2:35 to go in the first half. Tays with the ball way outside on the perimeter. He has really changed the complexion of the game. Mewey right wing, now to Gilmore. Top of the circle, gives it up to Tays, left wing. He'll put on the floor the right-hand dribble, and Ames High will slow down the offense as they work against the man-to-man. No shot clock in high school basketball. As Gilmore will have it on the near side wing. He'll give it into Arnaud, left block, working on the double team. Fires up a shot, left it short. Good defense that time by Danielson. Then Marshalltown comes up with a rebound, and back down the other way we come. Pashong with a drive, right hand dishes it middle. Fanja is fouled. They're going to say that he was fouled on the floor by David Mewey, and that will be the 5th team foul called against Ames High. Mewey's first.
Seems to me that Ames is forcing a lot of shots, getting a lot of ill-advised shots, but you got to give a lot of credit to the Bobcat defense. I think they're forcing them into taking those shots.
After a terrible shooting period back in the first, going 2 of 10, Ames High really lighting it up here in the second. Here's Pashong on a drive, can't hit a running layup, and the rebound comes down to Ames High. 1:50 to go in the first half. Little Cyclones leading it by 3 with Trey Flees, BJ Shaven along with you here at the Roundhouse in Marshalltown. It's Iowa Conference play. First place on the line, both teams at 4-0 in the league. This is just the first time through the conference, and the rewind will start again. Here's Mewey. He'll bounce it in the right side to Arnott. He's caught up in traffic, and the ball is loosed and turned over. Ames will turn it over for the 3rd time tonight. Bobcats up and running. Here's Taylor, right wing, looks to penetrate in. Goes to Fanja in the middle, and he's fouled, pushed from behind by Austin Arnott, who will pick up his first personal, 6th team foul against Ames High. Arnott shoved him from behind, and then he thought, what did I do that for?
It's almost like a tale of two games here. You got Ames trying to get down. They're trying to slow down on offense, trying to work it in, take the open jumper. And then you got the Bobcats grabbing rebounds, just taking off down the floor.
Fanja's first free throw on the way is up, in and out, and not there. Patrick Fanja.
Free throws haven't been a strong point all night for either team.
Except for Andrew Pashong, who's 4 of 4, right?
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, him.
Marshalltown as a team right now is 4 of 6 from the line. Ames High, though, is 0 for 2. Combined 4 of 8. The next free throw up and good. So Fanja hits 1 out of 2 and pulls the Bobcats within 2 at 16-14 with 1:10 to go in the opening half. Now Marshalltown will switch up to a trapping defense as they work it out of the zone. Marsden will have it. Back to Gilmore. Tays is still out on the floor, so look out. 3-2 zone, by the way, for the Bobcats. Inside it goes to Marsden. He'll work on Fanja. Turn-on jump shot up, no good from the left block. Rebound underneath the Fanja. He'll bounce it ahead to Pashong. Front court right side. Taylor for 3. Can't get it to fall, and the rebound comes down to Mewey. Marshalltown can't buy a 3-point bucket. 40 seconds left to go in the half. Again, Ames High with a 2-point lead. Tays will have it far right side wing. And he'll give it up to Mewey. Top of the circle, looks to drive the left hand. He'll bounce it into Marsden, and it's stolen away by Fanja. He just came in from behind, and Ames High will turn it over for the 4th time tonight. And Marshalltown's crowd going to get into it. Holding for the last shot will be the Bobcats. Pashong will have it right at the center ring, picked up by Gilmore. Inside of 10 seconds to go in the half. Now down to 8. Pashong's going to have to work trying to get a screen up high. He'll fire up a 3 from the left wing. It's up, left and short. Rebound comes down to Marsden, and Mewey will throw a 3-quarter shot down the floor, but it's way short. And that will be the end of the first half. So Ames High comes back, and they outscore Marshalltown 12-5 in that second period. And they take a 16-14 lead into the locker room at intermission. We will take a 2-minute break, and when we come back from the Roundhouse in Marshalltown, we'll have the halftime show right here on News Talk 1430 KASI. On the air, you're watching or listening to Little Cyclone basketball right here on KASI. Marshalltown will start with the ball to begin the second half. Out on the floor it is Taylor, Pashong, Duncan, Danielson, and Fanja. For Ames High it is Tays, Cadis, Mewey, Arnott, and Marsden. Driving in is Pashong, left baseline, fires up a shot, can't get it to go. Fanja with the rebound, put back there. What an athletic move by Fanja. He was falling down, grabbed the rebound, and before he hit the court, he fired up the shot and got it to go, and we're tied up at 16. 33 seconds into the contest in the second half. Here's Tays, left side, Mewey on the wing. Taking a couple of dribbles with the right hand. Just kind of sorting things out. Marshalltown sticks with a man-to-man defense. Mewey, far side of the court, again on the wing. Nobody coming out there to defend him. Now to Cadis. He'll spot up 17-foot jump shot left it short. Marsden rebound in the lane. Right hand layup. Not there, but he'll go to the line to shoot two. And Ross Marsden, the Iowa State recruit, looking for his first points of the game. Fonja has really battled him hard tonight. John Danielson will pick up his second personal foul, the first of the late half for the Bobcats. The free throw by Marsden is up good.
That's something Ross Marsden's been looking for, I'm thinking. His first point of the night, maybe he'll get something rolling here, but Fonja's been doing a great job on Marsden.
The next free throw up and good, and it's not only Fonja too, but he's also seeing a double team from Danielson, who by the way is listed at 6'6", so he's got some height and girth going against him. Here's Danielson on the left block, has the ball poke checked away. Taylor will get it, he'll drive into the left hand, kicks it corner left side. Here's a long jumper by Duncan, can't get it to fall. Rebound tracked down to the corner by Cadis, and here come the Little Cyclones down the floor left to the right. As we look at it from way above, up into the rafters of the roundhouse. Can't get a nosebleed up here. Here's a drive by Arnaud. Can't get the little runner in the lane to go. Rebound to Pashong, and he's ahead into the front court. Drives, running, right-hand layup, good! Just ran it down the floor, coast to coast for Andrew Pashong, and the Bobcats have tied it up at 18 apiece. 6:17 left to go in the third period. Here's Mui, right side wing. Puts it on the floor with the left hand. Now we'll back way out front. Again, nobody really playing on Mui. They're doubling down on Marsden. Ross will get the ball, right block. Pump fakes, goes up, layup, good off the window for two. He's got 4 in the second half, 20-18. You see the focus is Trey getting the ball to him, right?
Oh, definitely. They said they must have noticed in the first half he wasn't scoring. They weren't getting him the ball enough. They were forcing up a lot of shots. Now they're trying to work it inside, and it seems to be working for him.
And Danielson hits a long three-pointer from the head of the circle. He's got 10 in the game, and Marshalltown takes a 21-20 lead over the Ames High Little Cyclones. 5:33 now left to go in the third period. Mui on the near side wing. Goes to Arnaud right at the foul line. Back out it goes to Cadis, left wing. He'll look to drive in the right hand in the lane, and a quadruple team can't get the shot to fall. Gets his own rebound, put back not there. Marsden will get the loose ball to Arnaud. 14-footer in the lane is good by Austin Arnaud. That's his 6th point, 22-21. Little Cyclones with the lead, 5:08 to go in the third period. Pashong being very deliberate, bringing it ahead, now does cross the 10-second line as he shoots it off to the near side wing. Now goes to Taylor, just left of the key. Looking to drive right, cut off, back to Pashong on the wing. He'll penetrate in the lane, all alone, left-hand layup, missed it. Rebound tipped out, and it's belonging to Marshalltown. Pashong, 3 from the left corner, it's up good! A three-pointer by Andrew Pashong. And now those long perimeter shots are starting to fall. It's 24-22 Marshalltown, and Vance Downs wants a timeout. Why not?
Yeah, that last three was definitely set up by Pashong. Found out for him. Being able to tip that ball. Looked like
4:22. Bobcat. This is the rivalry for this sport, though. It is basketball between Ames and Marshalltown. 24-22. Little Cyclones have the ball and down. 4:29 to go in the third period. Here's Cadis, top of the circle for 3. It's up and good! A three-pointer. It danced around the rim, then went through. And it's 25-24. Little Cyclones back out in front. Cadis with 9 in the game. Taylor into the corner, will drive into the left-hand, right baseline. He'll kick it back out to Pashong. Now back left to Danielson, inside Fonja, backing in on the left block, turnaround jump shot, left it short. Rebound tipped up, and Marsden gets the board, and he's fouled. A push on Fonja. He'll pick up his second, team foul number 2 against Marshalltown here in the late half. Wow, what a game so far, 25-24. Little Cyclones with a 1-point advantage. Now the officials going over to the scorers table. There's some confusion, and now Ames High will go to their bench. Jordan Gilmore and Eric Bunker into the contest for David Mui and Ryan Cadis. So on the floor it is Tays, Arnaud, Bunker, Gilmore, and Marsden.
This half is definitely looking a lot different than the first half. Got a lot more scoring. They're starting to hit their shots, and you knew that had to come eventually.
Marshalltown with Taylor, Pashong, Duncan, Danielson, and Fonja. Ames High with the ball, top of the circle. Marsden inside, Arnaud, left block, turnaround jump shot, up and good. Ross Marsden finding Austin Arnaud with a turnaround floater. 27-24, Little Cyclones by 3. Pashong driving left, kicks it to the middle to Fonja. He fumbles the ball. It's poked out to Taylor for 3. no good from the right wing. Rebound underneath comes down to Arnaud. And the Little Cyclones have the ball back and up by 3 with 3:25 to go in the third period. Here's Jordan Gilmore in between the rings. Will dish it off left to Bunker. Now to Arnaud at the foul line. Back out right. Gilmore drives into the left hand. Goes up right hand layup. Too strong off the window. Rebound poked around. And it comes down to Marshalltown. Pashong will drive it ahead. Right hand on the dribble. Crosses over in the lane. Pulls up. And he is going to be fouled on the floor on his drive to the hoop. Pretty good.
Yeah, it was actually a good crossover he had there. Just broke his ankles and went right by him.
David Mewey will pick up the foul. That's his second, team foul number 1 here in the late half against Ames High. Marshalltown will play it into the right baseline. Pashong will have it. Now back to Taylor, left of the key. Way outside of the perimeter. Now we'll drive it into the left hand. Caught up in traffic and a traveling call against Matt Taylor. Just the 4th turnover of the game against Marshalltown. And back to the bench goes Ron Gnap, as Travis Noyd will make his first appearance into the game. You might remember Travis Noyd hitting a game-winning shot last year against Ames High to send the Little Cyclones packing.
Maybe that's something they probably don't want to remember.
Yeah. Now Travis Noyd into the contest for the first time. He'll man up on Tays. Might be one of their better perimeter defenders. Here's Gilmore, left side of the key. He'll give it up to Tays, way outside of the perimeter, and it is belly-to-belly defense from Noyd on Tays. Bunker will have it now right of the key. Drives into the left hand, tries to force feed it to the middle to Litwiller cutting in, and it's stolen away. Down on the other end, Danielson drives, dishes it right. Layup good by Matt Taylor. And Marshalltown pulls within 1 at 27-26. 2:15 to go in the third period. Bobcats sticking with the man-to-man defense. Here's Bunker, left corner. He'll dish it into the middle to Marsden, backing in, spins left, jump shot up, good. He banked it home off the window for 2. And Ross Marsden starting to heat up. He's now got 6 in the game after being held scoreless in the first half. Ames back up by 3, 29-26. Here's Pashong driving left. He'll bounce it to Danielson, left block, tries to back in, and he fumbled the ball away. And it's another turnover for Marshalltown, their 5th of the game, 2nd here of the late half. Trey?
Looks like there he just dribbled it off his foot. And one good thing for Ames is if they keep getting it down low, and look, that's, in my opinion, they should just keep trying to get the ball down low, work it in. It seems to be working pretty decent for them.
And nearly 6,000 fans here packed into the Roundhouse tonight. The capacity is right at 6,800. Driving in, Cadis has the ball stripped away, and Ames High will turn it over for the 6th time tonight. Ahead into the front court, Nathan Minkle back into the contest. Will find Noyd, left corner, back to Minkle. Pashong looking to reverse it. Now we'll dribble it in between the rings. With the right hand, he'll bounce it off to the right. They do reverse it to the far side of the court. Now to the top to Minkle. Inside, Fanja spots up, bases the basket, looks to drive in on Marsden, draws contact on the shot. He is fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2. Marsden will pick up his second half. 1:13 to play in the third. Ames High by 3, and back to the line for Patrick Fanja. He is 1 out of 2 from the charity stripe tonight. Free throw on the way is up and good. Make it a 2-point game at 29-27.
You can definitely tell by the way these two teams are playing that this is definitely going to come down to the wire. So I'd stick around if I was listening.
1:13 to go. The next free throw up and good by Fanja, and it's 29-28. Inside of 1:10 to go in the third period. Jordan Gilmore works it off to the right. As they go to Cadis, now to Marsden. He dishes it back to the middle. Litwiller's got it. He's tripped up and fouled by Fanja, who is down on the floor, and Fanja can't believe it. That'll be his 3rd foul. That's a big one with 1 minute to go in the third period.
The crowd is not liking that one a bit. I'm not sure. Fanja ended up on the break this out.
And that will be the 3rd team foul. And Marsden tonight, Trey, has really been putting his back more towards the basket, posting up hard on the lower block. He's had to fight for everything. He's got 6 in the game. Litwiller's free throw is up and good. 30-28 Little Cyclones, and that's your first bench point of the night.
Yeah, Marsden's 6 points have all come. He's been battling it, and they haven't come easy to him.
How about this? Both teams scoring in double figures in the second half after a 16-14 halftime score.
Yeah, a little surprising, but
maybe they like
these hoops a little better.
Yeah,
so.
Starting to heat up. Litwiller hits both free throws, and it's back to a 3-point lead at 31-28. In fact, Ames was held to 4 points in the first period. Marshalltown held to 5 in the second. Noyd will have it right side wing, picked up by Litwiller, and the ball nearly stolen away. Taylor picks it up right corner. Pashong for three, left it short. Rebounded Taylor, back to Pashong again. He'll drive in with the right hand, has it stolen away, but a foul called against Ames High on Pashong's drive with 42 seconds to go in the third period. That'll be the third team foul against Ames High, the second called against James Tays.
Speaking of heating up, the Ames High and Marshalltown have both almost doubled their scores just here in the third quarter from what they had at halftime. So you got a totally different look at the game from when you're watching the second half than you did in the first half.
Pashong will play it in from the right baseline. He'll get it out to Danielson, and he's pushed by Arnaud, who will pick up his second. Now the fouls are starting to back in as Marsden. It is Tays, Marsden, Cadis, Litwiller, and Gilmore. Pashong will play it in right baseline. He'll go to the middle to Taylor, and it's knocked away from behind out of bounds right underneath the basketball hoop by James Tays. And Bobcats will play it in again, baseline to the left with 40 seconds to go in the period. They go inside Danielson, left block, turnaround jumper in the lane is up and good from 13 feet away. It rolled around the cylinder, then finally dropped for John Danielson. He's got 12, 31-30. Little Cyclones by one. They have the ball with 22 seconds to go in the third period. Here's Litwiller, right corner. Holding on to it, not guarded. Now will fire up a baseline jump shot. Can't get it to go with 15 seconds to go in the period. Maybe not a good decision. Vance Downs with his head in his hand right now, as Marshalltown will bring it ahead. 5 seconds to go in the period. Here's Pashong driving right, spins in the lane, goes up, layup, good! What a move by Andrew Pashong to end the third period, and Marshalltown will take a 32-31 lead into the fourth and final period when we come back. You're listening to Little Cyclone Basketball here on KASI. Are you ready? Yes, we are. We're ready to go with the fourth and final period. Ames High with the ball and down by one. Jordan Gilmore on the left wing, caught up in traffic, will get it into Arnaud, but it's fumbled off of his fingertips, and Marshalltown will get it back on the turnover. Eighth of the game for Ames High, and now a foul on Ryan Cadis as Pashong was driving in, and he's slow to get up. Cadis will pick up his third, so two players in foul trouble for Ames High. Cadis and Arnaud with 3 fouls each, both out on the floor. That is the fifth team foul against Ames High.
Yeah, that's definitely something Ames High doesn't want to get into trouble. Arnaud is their leading scorer for the season, so they definitely need him in there. He's a big threat for them.
Arnaud with 8 in the game. Here's Fanja, turnaround jump shot in the lane, and he's fouled on the arm by Marsden. Boy, a 12-foot jump shot, and Marsden picks up his third. So part of the big four for Ames High, 3 out of the 4 players have 3 fouls. James Tays has 2. And that's the 6th team foul. One more. Marshalltown in the bonus the rest of the way. Fanja back to the line. He's 3 of 4. First free throw is up and good. He's starting to hit his stroke. He's got 8 in the contest now. 33-31. Bobcats by 2.
In a game this close, getting into the bonus early could definitely play a factor in this game in deciding the outcome.
Fanja's next free throw on the way is up and good. Wow, Bobcats really heating up from the line tonight. They've missed just twice. They are 8 of 10 from the foul line this evening. Here's Cadis, right wing. We'll give it up to Arnaud, top of the circle. Passes it back left to Tays. Now to Gilmore. Jordan will give it up to Cadis. Right side wing looks to penetrate. Baseline, he's got the lane. Dishes it back left. Gilmore spots up. 16-foot jump shot, not there. Rebound to the weak side. Goes to Nathan Minkle. Ames High again getting back to not being able to buy a bucket. 6:54 to go in the game. Bobcats by 3. Ames looking for a defensive stand. Here's Pashong, right wing. He'll give it into Fanja. Right block. Back to the basket. Now squares up. He'll fire a jump shot. Misses it. Weak side rebound. Ames High as Arnaud pulled it down. He'll get it ahead to Gilmore. Jordan on the wing. We'll give it up to Arnaud. Top of the circle for 3. It's left short. Rebound tipped down. Pashong's got it for Marshalltown. Arnott had the wide open three, but left it way short. Here's Minkle into Danielson on the left block, and he's fouled by Arnott, and that will be his fourth. Wow, 6:25 to go, and Austin Arnott going to the bench with 4 personal fouls.
It wasn't a smart foul by Arnott. Just reached in, didn't really have to reach in. He had help behind him.
And John Danielson to the foul line to shoot the 1-and-1. Danielson 1 out of 2 from the line. Again, Marshalltown 8 of 10 from the foul line tonight. First free throw by Danielson is up and good. He'll get the bonus. 13 for Danielson. Ames high in foul trouble big time. 17 fouls here in the late half. The next free throw up and good by Danielson. He hits them both, and Marshalltown now matching their largest lead of the game. I'll check that. At 1 point they're up by 7 at 9-2. But it's a 5-point margin, 36-31. 6:20 to go in the contest. Jordan Gilmore at the point will walk it across the half-court line. He'll get it off to Cadis on the right side wing. To Gilmore, right corner for 3. It's up. Good! A 3-pointer by Jordan Gilmore. A big-time shot. And the score back down to 2 at 36-34.
That was a huge shot right there by Gilmore.
He was wide open. Marshalltown playing way off of him. And Gilmore sticks it from the outside. Now the Bobcats will have it back. Far side wing, they'll give it up to Taylor. Now to the right high post, driving in Fonja. On Marsden, jump shot up, no good. Rebound Marsden. Good defense that time by Ross to force the unorthodox shot by Fonja. Ames high with a rebound and will slowly walk it ahead with Gilmore. Now to Cadis, right side wing. To Gilmore, right corner for 3. Is he feeling it? Not this time. Rebound to Litwiller, though, on the weak side. And Ames high will get another opportunity here with 5:30 to go in the game, down by 2, 36-34. Cadis on the far side wing. Cross-court pass to the right as he finds Gilmore. Now to Marsden. Left side, it goes to Tays. To Gilmore, top of the circle. He'll take a couple of dribbles to his right. Ames High being very patient, and now a timeout taken by Vance Downs and Ames High with 5:10 to go in the game, 36-34. Vance may be feeling this is a pretty important possession, so he called a 30-second timeout. Ames has 3 timeouts remaining.
I'm guessing he's probably setting up a play, trying to get the ball down.
It's a very critical game because the next time they play, that game will be outside of the 15, or 5 through 15 range. 36-34. Little Cyclones down by 2, 5:05 to go in the game. Here's Litwiller, top of the circle, will pass it back left outside of the perimeter, and Taves is quickly covered up. Bobcats sticking with the sagging man-to-man defense, except for on Taves. It's belly-to-belly for him. Here's Gilmore, left corner. He'll dump it into Marsden, left block, driving in on Danielson, goes right. Litwiller, pump fakes, layup, not there, left it short. Rebound to Danielson, just couldn't finish the bunny. And the rebound to the Bobcats. Every possession important right now. Here's Duncan to Danielson. He'll shoot it off right to Bashong. He'll drive into the right-hand cutoff. Back to Duncan. Corner for 3. It's up off the mark. Rebound weak side to Gilmore. And here come the Little Cyclones. Down the floor, left to the right. Gilmore to Cadis along the near side wing. Trying to find Marsden.
I would expect with Fonja, this would be a good time to try to get the ball inside.
Now, Marshalltown have a good job from behind, though, by Duncan, and Danielson really doing a double. In fact, Marsden kind of seeing a triple team as Pashong really sagging off of Gilmore. Jordan's got it right now, top of the circle, open look for 3, and can't get it to fall. Off the back end of the iron, and the rebound to Marshalltown. Minkle will drive it ahead, front court, left side. Pashong for 3, got it! A huge 3 from Andrew Pashong puts the Bobcats back up by 5 with 3:44 to go in the game. Here's Cadis to Gilmore. Litwiller now to Tays. He'll fire up a 3 left side. It's up. Good! James Tays with the answer from the left wing. And it's 39-37. Tays with 9 in the game.
All off the 3-pointers, might I add.
And a timeout taken by Ron Ginap. Wow. We are going to have some type of finish here. 3:24 to go. 39-37. Bobcats with a 2-point lead over the Ames. Basketball on the air tomorrow. Cyclone women playing at home against Nebraska. And then the Iowa State men playing that night against Colorado. Here's Pashong. He'll bounce it off top of the circle as they spin it off to Taylor, now to Fonja, right high post. He'll bounce it into Pashong, who's double team. He'll work baseline left, and he steps. No, they're going to call a foul on Cadis. I'm going to say Cadis got him with the hip, and Ryan Cadis will pick up his 4th personal foul, a huge foul right there. Now 2 Little Cyclones have 4 fouls with 3:08 to go in the game. And Ames High down by 2 at 39-37. And Andrew Pashong back to the foul line, where he's a perfect 4 of 4 on the night. He came into the game shooting a league best 92% from the foul line.
We brought Arnaud back into the game. Well, I guess it's about time. There's only 3 minutes left. He's playing with 4 fouls right now.
And the first free throw out of the 1-and-1 is missed, but Fonja gets the rebound. His putback is up and no good. Rebound to Arnaud, so Pashong a rare miss. Trey, that's what we call the broadcaster's jinx.
Yep, that was definitely a big miss there. That's going to help the Little Cyclones here. Ames
High with the ball. Here's Cadis way out front. He'll drive up to the left high post. Now we'll dish it back outside of the perimeter to Gilmore to reset. Marshalltown's really cranking it up defensively, really getting tight on their man-to-man. Here's Tays. Back right it goes to Cadis. Back left to Gilmore. In between the circles, he'll dribble it with 2:30 to go in the game. Ames High down by 2 and needing a bucket on this trip. Tays from outside of the perimeter will find Cadis. Now to Gilmore. Wow, Ames' patience just trying to wear down that Marshalltown defense as the Bobcats try to play chase. Here's Tays, guarded tightly up top. Now work it off to his left. Thought about the 3, couldn't get the hand on the trigger. Now they get it off to Arnaud, and it's stolen away. Pashong will come up the loose ball. He has it to the middle. Danielson now picks it off after it was tipped away. Here's Taylor into the corner. Reverse it left side, and Ryan Cadis just fouled out. Wow, he went for the steal and collided with Pashong, and now Ryan Cadis is out of the ball game. He scores 9 in the contest, and Pashong will go back to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. David Mewey now in Cadis' place. 18 points tonight. A game high, ties it with John Danielson. They, along with Pat Fonja, have done the bulk of the scoring tonight for the Bobcats. The big 3 coming through from Marshalltown. Pashong's front end of the 1-and-1 is up and good. This time he sinks it with authority.
No jinx.
Amazing.
Yeah. Marshalltown's really supporting them tonight.
Very quiet on the free throw. Pashong fires it and hits it. He hits them both, and Marshalltown now with a 4-point lead at 41-37.
Those were 2 big free throws right there to get them up by 2 possessions at least.
Ames High's foul troubles have really cost them tonight. Arnaud will drive to the hoop, spins left, caught up in traffic, lost it, gets it back. Tays will have it. Back to Arnaud, inside Marsden, and he's pushed from Fonja from behind, and Fonja will pick up his 4th. And Ames High will have to play it in, just the 4th team foul against Marshalltown. Again, 1:38 to go in the game. Gilmore will inbound it, baseline to the right side underneath the hoop. Slaps it, holds it waist high. Trying to get it in, does find Tays. Right wing for 3, it's up, no good, but he's fouled and will go to the line to shoot 3. Wow, Matt Taylor came screaming to the outside once he recognized James Tay was firing that, and he got clobbered, and Tays nearly sank that 3-point shot. It just hit the back end of the iron.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't a smart foul right there, putting Tays at the line. Minute 36 left. That was a big possession right there. Had he not fouled him and he still missed, that definitely puts a lot of pressure on Ames.
Tays a very good 3-point shooter, but at the foul line this year, he's only shooting, we say only, 78%. I mean, the way he strokes it from the outside, in fact, he's shooting better than 58% from 3-point range. You'd think that he might be a little bit foul shooter, closer to the hoop, but I guess not. Now they're trying to discuss whether or not it was a 3-point shot or not. 3 Bobcats surrounding the 3 officials, or Zebras, and it will be a 3-shot foul.
Yeah, from here it looked like he was about a foot behind the line when he let that one go. So I don't think there was much of an argument there.
1:36 to go in the game, 41-37 Marshalltown. Tays' first free throw is up and no good. Rattled in and out, a big miss. Just doesn't look as confident pulling up to the foul line as he does maybe the 3-point half circle.
Maybe if they let him back up and shoot from the 3-point line.
Yeah, and he just misses his next one, and so he misses back-to-back free throws. Ames High, 4 of 8 from the foul line tonight. and down by 4. Tays trying to get one more. The free throw is up and good. He hits 1 out of 3. And now a timeout taken by Vance Downs and Ames High. It's a full timeout. We'll be back in 1 minute. Little Cyclones down by 3, 41-38. You're listening to Little Cyclone basketball on KASI. Final second winning three-point shots this season. He did it Tuesday against Cedar Falls, Saturday against Waukee, and on December 14th against Dowling Catholic. Inbounds pass comes in as Ames High went with a full court pressure. Bobcats break it, and now the Little Cyclones retract back. Marshalltown with the ball as they work it inside of a minute 30 to play. Fonja way out front, guarded by Marsden. Fonja will drive in, goes right side, jump shot on the way, left it short, rebound tipped up. Pashon gets it, has it stripped away. Fonja with the follow-up, and it's good. Marshalltown by 5 with 1:12 to play.
Those were some big offensive rebounds right there for Marshalltown.
Ames High back on the other end. They'll give it up to Mewey, top of the circle. Now to Tays, right corner. He's quickly guarded by Taylor. Give it up to Mewey. He'll drive the lane. Mewey goes up, left-hand layup, no good. Boy, the ball just rolled around the cylinder, but how about David Mewey? Stepping up and stepping out, and now going to the line, trying to hit some free throws here with the clock stopped with 54 seconds to play.
These are some big free throws right here. He's going to need both of these with only 54 seconds left.
Mewey cans the first one. And it's 43-39, Marshalltown with 54 seconds to play. Nathan Mickle now into the contest. We'll check in for Duncan. Next free throw by Mewey is up, left it short. Rebound comes down to Fonja. It's a 4-point ball game, still a 2-possession contest with inside of 50 seconds to play. Pashong will have the ball in his hands primarily most of the way for Marshalltown. Again, a very good foul shooter. Now he'll get doubled. He'll back out of it. Now just dribbling around way out front. Precious time going off the clock. Pashong doubled up top, and he's fouled by Mewey. And that'll be the 10th team foul against Ames High. And Andrew Pashong will go to the line with 35 seconds even to play with an opportunity to extend the lead.
Pashong has a chance here to really put the pressure on his teammates here. It's a 6-point game. But I guess with the way Tays is shooting.
You never know, but they got to get him freed up.
Yep, you never know.
Pashong is 6 out of 7 from the line tonight. Getting a 92% free throw shooter on the year, and this one rattles in and out, and right away he looks directly right up at the broadcaster's booth. He's just looking up in the sky, though, folks. Seriously, you didn't hear me. 43-39. The next free throw by Pashong is up, and it's good. So he hits 1 out of 2, and it's a 5-point ball game. Still a 2-possession contest. 30 seconds now left to play. Arnaud will have it left side. Ames High desperately needs a bucket. They dish it out right. Mewey for 3. It's up. Good! A 3-pointer by David Mewey. And timeout taken by Ames High with 22.5 seconds left to go. David Mewey coming through. Mr. Clutch down the stretch here for Ames High. 44-42. Ames High has 1 timeout left. Man-to-man pressure. Tays will man up on the inbounder. Taylor will bounce it into Pashong, and he is fouled by Jordan Gilmore.
And let him try to ice this game.
Pashong, there's really not a good person to foul Marshalltown as a team, a league best 72% free throw shooting team. The first one by Pashong misses. Wow.
Jinxed him again.
I guess. 44-42 still. And Pashong back to the line. Pashong trying to just make it a 3-point ball game. Had a chance to make it a 2-possession game, so a big miss right there. Taking a couple of dribbles with the right hand, squares up and releases. The shot, good. And it's a 3-point ball game, 45-42, 20 seconds to play, as Andrew Pashong now has 18 points in the game. Here's Arnaud, caught up in traffic. Will shoot it left to Gilmore. Now inside of 10. Marston left all alone. He'll lay it up and in. And Ames High will burn their last timeout with 8.8 seconds remaining. It's 45-40. Is that right? 45-44. They put the score up for the wrong team up on the board. It should be 45-44. Not there it is. Now they get it corrected. I can settle down. Bobcats will play it in with 8.8 to go. Little Cyclones trying to get a steal on the inbounds. They don't man up on the inbounder. Now they try to get it in. Taylor runs the baseline. Will get it into Danielson. Nobody fouls him right away, and then he's collided into by James Tays. Arnaud nearly came up with a steal, but it only takes 2.3 seconds off the clock. 6.5 to play, 45-42. Marshalltown with a 1-point advantage over Ames High. And James Tays will have the ball in his hands when he brings it up, so buckle up, folks. It's going to come down to a last-second heave. The first free throw by Danielson is up and good. By the way, Danielson tonight is 4 out of 5. Marshalltown as a team has just missed 5 times, but they've connected on 16, so they're 16 of 21 from the foul line. Next free throw by Danielson is up, and it is no good. Rebound to Marston. Gets it to Arnaud with 5-4. Arnaud with the ball. Top of the key, drives, goes right. Gilmore with the shot at the horn. No good, and Marshalltown prevails. Gilmore had a wide open look from the baseline left side from 16 feet away, but just could not get it to go down. Arnaud might have been better apt to try to lay it up and in, but he dished it out to an open teammate, as his layup was probably going to be contested, and Marshalltown holds on, and they knock off the 6th-ranked Ames High Little Cyclones 46-44. Wow. What a ball game between these two.
You got to think Arnaud did the right thing there. He obviously was going to be contested